It's a long road home. All the sad songs I sang alone. But if you ever loved me at all, then you'd do this one thing for me. It would set my heart free, free. Say I do. Say I do. Say I do. Just say that I love you. When we walk down the aisle, everyone will turn and smile. But if you need time to think, if you need time to be alone, or I cannot make it all alone, and I love you, say I do. Say I do. Say I do. Just say I love you. But it's a long lasting love I need, not one that you can just throw away. If we part now, we might never meet again. Say I do. Say I do. Say I do. Just say I love you. 'Cause I do love you. Hello there. Welcome to another talk. And this talk is called Your Life is a Recording Which Has Already Happened. And that's what it is. Why is it a recording? Well, because it's a simulation. Which David Icke was one of the early people to talk about this, I think in the 90s. But if you're dealing with infinite nothingness, which is the core of everything, infinite nothingness is infinity. It's the one infinity, that's what oneness means. So it means that everything has already happened. If you've got lives and it's infinite lives and there's no time in that, then that means everything's already happened an infinite number of times. Meaning it's already been and gone. And that this is a recording. You see? So like when David Icke says infinite love is the only truth, everything else is an illusion, that's true, it's all an illusion. In terms of, you've experienced it, so you're not going to pay too much attention to something that's already happened, are you? You see? If you think about it, I say that nothing can arise from nothing. But maybe it can. I mean, what do I know? What do I know? I don't really know anything. Like mainstream, I mean, I don't understand, but the mainstream science says that our eyes see 0.005% of what exists in the apparent physical universe. So we don't see anything hardly. You see? But in regards to, if you're dealing with infinity, that means everything's run itself infinitely. And because there's no time is a man-made idea, it means that everything's already happened an infinite number of times. It's been and gone. You see? And presence, when you're present and you go into that, when you use presence, that is that field which is the Akashic field, the Akashic records, which is merely just which is presence. You're hacking into the infinite all, nothingness. And that has all the knowledge, all the wisdom, everything. And then you'll get an intuitive thought come in. One of my meditations I do, I just sit by myself with no music on. There's music on just now. Turned it up a little bit there. A little bit louder. But, it's a recording that you're taking part in. It has to be, because in order for a pathway to exist, someone has to create the pathway. You see? And you might ask, how can nothingness create a pathway? Well, maybe it's more than nothing. You see? Maybe within a nothing is a something. You see? And it means that you would be that something within the nothing, because it's all one nothing. You see? But back to this talk, that your life is a recording. It would have to be. You see? If you're dealing with an infinity, because infinity means everything's happened an infinite number of times. And I do believe that when you tap into presence, it's just a theory of mine, that you're getting the most perfect version of that moment. Because I believe presence is able to find the most perfect version of that moment. And that's why it feels perfect when you're present. You slow it all down. You see? See, when you're overexcited, that's to do with unconscious problems. And the overexcitement is a way to heal the issues. But I'm not gonna go off topic here. Like I say, this like I say, if you're dealing with a no time and nothingness, it means that if something exists from that, it's infinite existence. It's infinite time. It's infinite situations. Meaning everything's already happened in an infinite number of times. Meaning it can only ever be a situation which has already happened. So when you look at it like that, you won't worry as much. There's a lot of anxiety just now with all the nonsense that's going on. Mind control and all that. Division. But if you think of it like that, it's just a recording. It has to be if you're dealing with infinity. It's already happened infinitely. Because, like I say, if you're dealing with nothingness at the core of everything, that's all of infinity. And if anything exists from that, then it's infinite existence. So it means it's a recording. And that's really what the simulation theory is, really. The simulation, it's energetically created, like a computer game. And the meta thing, that will show us even more about what reality is. And it's just like that, but it's layers and layers, and it can't ever end because, you're dealing with electrical circuitry and energy that manifests and coordinates reality like computer games. If you're to escape it, you just go to nothingness. You know what I mean? It's either nothingness or reality, because it's all dreams and simulations. It's like, a good example is, imagine mud, and someone gets a shovel and underneath the mud is concrete, and they have to create the pathway. So it's already been created an infinite number of times. And when you tap into this, when you use presence meditation, that is what the Akashic Records is. So this is a talk on how to access the Akashic Records also. Very simply, you use presence meditation. When you start tapping into your own Akashic Records, you're going to get shown stuff that is meant to heal you. You see, you'll get shown elements of yourself that you need to heal because you're working with your higher divine self. Oversoul, they call it, which is the middleman between you and God. When you awaken further, you realize that you are the one infinity, therefore you are God. And that you're the creator and the experiencer all at the same time. But yeah, when you look at this perspective that it's a recording, or even that it all came from nothing, it doesn't matter anymore, does it? You know what I mean? But when you think you're gonna die, that's how they've got you. And that's why the awakening is such a threat to the system. Because the awakening means people aren't going to give a shit. And that's what they don't want. They want you in panic and fear. Because these demonic entities feed off that. Demonic entities are just demonic energy. It's dark energy that we create ourselves. And the awakening is changing all this. Anyway, I'm just going to leave it there. For latest talks, news, research, and much more, please do visit my website at www.lovelightfamily.com.